Abigail's new position in the Supernatural universe, but what was your guys' opinion on that in the finale?
I don't know if I've formed an opinion yet on that.
I haven't either. I got to ask this question, so I did a question with private Q&A, and I basically said I probably won't have an opinion about that until I see episode 1, 2, and 3 of next season.
I think that's the whole point. I think that's the whole point of a cliffhanger is that we don't even know. We're like, wait, what? And so, I think the writer. What? I think we've
been doing the show too long. We're not seeing the spirits flying around us.
Like the fairies! So yeah, I don't have an opinion yet. I think it's very interesting, and Supernatural just keeps raising the stakes one way or another, so I guess time will tell.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I was wondering what were some of your favorite funny moments from season 6? Like, which ones did you enjoy shooting?
I enjoyed shooting all the stuff where I was passed out. It was funny for me. I was telling my private Q&A about how I was grabbing your leg on camera. I was laying there on the cot in the final episode. It was the final day of shooting of season 6. We didn't know we were getting picked up again, and my job, literally all day long, it was all the panic room stuff. And so I was just passed out all day long in the episode. And so I kind of like blinked my eye open and noticed the camera had turned around. It was on Jensen. So I like roll out of the bed and start pinching him. Trying to get him to laugh. He never laughed, but Sebastian and Misha would start laughing. And so the take would be, wouldn't
I'm completely immune to it. I mean, I'm sitting there, and like the back of my leg is getting grabbed like this, and the camera's right on me, and I'm giving this serious speech. And the camera now starts to vibrate because the camera operator looks like this. And I look at Sebastian, who's on this side, and he's looking at me going. And I'm like, everybody focus here, don't pay attention to the idiot. Talk to me.
Except I'm going.
But this is nothing new to me.
Finally, I got sent back to my trailer. So.
Thank you.
That was not my favorite part of season 6.
What was your favorite?
My favorite part of season 6 was when, you know what? In a kind of a serious note, when Sam got his soul back. And that's not in a, I care about the story so much and want the brothers to get back. That's literally because Jensen had to work his ass off in the first part of the season. Because he didn't care about anything, so he, like, it was very difficult to play Dean with a Sam that wasn't Sam. So it was very difficult. So I was like, I finally called the writers at like episode 8, and I was like,
Give him a soul!
I was like, when does he get his soul back? Because this is getting increasingly more difficult as the season's getting, goes on. And so finally we got his soul back, and Jared started playing Sam the way we all know and have grown with Sam in the past 6 years. I was relieved as an actor because I could then go back to being Dean again. And not being Dean of my brother. So that is, for personal reasons, that was my favorite part of season 6, is when I finally got his name soul back. How you doing?
Thank you.
It's been said a lot, and I wholeheartedly agree that the bulk of the show hinges on the great rapport you guys have. And it's a very accurate portrayal of how brothers really are. And I think that says a lot about the show. But my question is there anything, when you were approaching the show, because what was so good about it is the consistency of the rapport. From episode 1, you guys seem like brothers. So my question is there, when you were approaching doing the show, was there any in your personal life, was there anything like a bond or a relationship you took from to kind of infer your acting process?
Yeah, he reminds me a lot of my sister, so I just kind of tried to.
Yeah, his sister's 6'4", 220 and runs a 40. Bench press about 322, so it's Megan's a boss. I'm proud to be associated with it.
I think that's like my brother. Obviously, I have an older brother who's.
And I actually have an older brother as well. So we both have siblings and we both have brothers. I also think that he and I probably took from our friendships that we have with our buddies, because I know that he's very close with his buddies that he grew up with. I too am very close with my friends. In fact, he now knows almost all of them, and I know almost all of them. And so I think there was that kind of bond there. Like he and I were kind of met each other outside the show through a friend. Probably have been buddies. There was that kind of common bond there anyway. So I think we just took that and exploited that and used that as
Well, thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. Hi.
I hope you all really enjoyed Nashville, first of all.
Love it. Nash Vegas.
Also, I want to know what characteristics you guys think you share with Sam and Dean, and if you change anything about those characteristics, what would it be and why?
Well, I think that's current. No, that's a great question. But there have been so many Sams and Deans. Which Sam?
Sam with the soul off the demon blood.
Sam with soul off the demon blood.
That's specific.
Season 1? Which episode? I'm a lot less. Not less.
Pre-Ruby or post-Ruby?
We don't talk about
Post-Ruby.
post-Ruby, Sam with soul, Sam's demon blood. It's conscious, I imagine, not unconscious. Okay, I think in my portrayal of him, he's more introverted. He's not an introvert, but he's much more think first, ask questions later. And I think Jared's very similar to that, but Jared also will sometimes just do something and see where the chips fall. And what's the great quote? It's better to ask for forgiveness, or beg for forgiveness than ask for permission. I think Jared does that sometimes. Sam doesn't usually do that. What? I think Sam is much more. I don't want to say calculated because that kind of implies that he's nefarious or something, but he really thinks it all out, and I think I trust my instinct. That's me.
Dean and I both have a likeness for classic rock. Classic cars. And we look alike. If there's anything I could change about Dean, you know what? Honestly, I would probably make him about 3 to 4 inches taller. Somewhere in that.
So we don't shoot like this?
No, we actually are, I would say in the beginning, there were a lot of similarities just because I was trying to play a version of Jensen. And as the story got more in depth and the character became more developed, Dean really kind of became a character unto his own, which was kind of cool because not a lot of actors get to grow with a character that much to really define his characteristics. It's, to sculpt it outside of your own. So I would say he's much more brash, much more of much more rough around the edges probably than I am. And I would probably say that you were kind of touching about it, like Dean is much the kind of shoot first, ask questions later, whereas Jensen, I think I'm a little more analytical and would probably try to figure out the situation before I, acted like crazy. And there's some things that I envy about Dean, and I think that there's some things that I don't envy about being Dom. So it's kind of cool to live with a character that you know is different from me. So I don't know if that answered any of your questions. But that was just me regurgitating my mind. So there you go. Hi.